America facts you don't know. US does not have a national language. Yes, US don't have a national language as many countries do, while English has come to dominate in United States. But 232 years later, it still has not been made the official language for more or less for the same reason it was not in 1780. In fact, the American Civil Liberties Union urges that declaring English as the official language of United States would violate the First Amendment. 100-acre pizza is served every day. We do love our pizzas, all 100 acres of it that we eat every day here in United States. That's 3 billion pizzas or 23 pounds of the stuff for every person in the country every year. Every second, 350 slices are sold. And if you are wondering, how about our taste in toppings? Well, Americans consume 251.7 million pounds of pepperoni. 1 out of 8 Americans have been employed by McDonald's at some point. James Franco, Don Jazzy, James Darcy, Macy Gray, Carl Lewis, Seal, Paul Ryan, Pink. Wait! Are you in a doubt why I'm recalling these celebrities? Not only these, 1 out of 8 Americans have been employed by McDonald's at some point. That is why it is king of burgers. If you have a $10 bill and no debt, you are wealthier than 15% of Americans. It is possible to take this sign as approaching apocalypse, that 15% of American households owns less than nothing. It is possible to simply observe that if you have got a $10 in your pocket and no debts, then you gotta be more wealthier than 15% of those American households. More presidents were born in Virginia than any other state. Virginia provided 4 of first 5 presidents of United States, 8 in all, more than any other state. Unmarried women gives birth to 40% of all babies in America each year. The proportion of births to unmarried women has been greatly increasing recent decades, rising from 5% in 1960 to 32% in 1995. After some stability in mid-90s, there was a gradual rise in 1997 to 2008 from 31 to 41%. The rate appears to have stabilized again. That was at 40% in recent years. The United States is one of the only countries to prominently display its flag almost everywhere. I know a lot of countries having laws against private citizens flying flags, but there are none of these laws in United States. Americans are generally patriotic people and flying flags has always been a norm. This trend especially surged after 9/11 attacks. 22 million chickens are consumed in United States every day. In the United States, 8 billion chickens are consumed per year, which translates to 21,917,808 chickens per day. Americans eat 25 billion chicken wings per year, with 1.25 billion or 100 million pounds eaten during a Super Bowl weekend alone. Consumption of chicken wings during Super Bowl Sunday is 3 times as high as any other Sunday throughout the year. Each year, 50 billion eggs are produced in United States. The average American spends about 4.4 years at each job. The average worker today stays at each of his or her jobs for 4.4 years according to the most recent available data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. But the expected tenure of the workforce's youngest employees is about half of that. America's first slave owner was a black man. Anthony Johnson was a free Negro who owned about 250 acres of farm in Virginia, with 5 indentured servants under contract to him. One of them was a black man named John Castro, claimed that his term of service had expired years earlier and Johnson was holding him illegally.
Please subscribe this channel for more entertaining and interesting videos. Don't forget, subscribe now.